I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for Life in UK. It is part 322, the law in the UK, that is on the page 126, while doing morning stretching, and if you participate in the morning stretching, that's at your own risk. Every person in the UK receives equal treatment under the law. This means that the law applies in the same way to everyone, no matter who they are or where they are from. So it doesn't matter from which country they were previous, or where they're living in the United Kingdom, or if they are a teacher, or if they are a cleaner or a bus driver or whatever. It doesn't matter, everyone is treated equally under the law. Maybe we come into that, but there can be an exception for age. I've seen it already here with alcohol page, with alcohol, that 16-year-olds and 18-year-olds and children are treated differently from with age. So that means that everyone is equally treated, no discrimination. But there are differences between children and adults. Laws can be divided into criminal law and civil law. Criminal law relates to crimes which are usually investigated by the police or another authority, such as a council, and which are punished by the courts. Civil law is used to settle disputes between individuals or groups. So in this place I want to say that this is about crimes and also the naming of some crimes. So criminal law, that is about crimes which are then investigated by the police or another authority like the council. Civil law is basically disputes between individuals or groups. We're going to list some of the examples, but it is not just about just a dispute. The examples are housing law, consumer law, employer law, debt. So it's basically a dispute, but it's not like a regular dispute. We're getting examples. So then we come maybe back and do more exactly what criminal and civil laws. So examples of criminal law are: smoking is a criminal law. Why is it not a dispute between people? So examples of criminal law are carrying a weapon. It is a criminal offense to carry a weapon of any kind, even if it is for self-defense. This includes a gun, a knife, or anything that is made or adapted to cause injury. My problem is that I don't know if we can take it completely direct, if I can formulate it and take it as it is written here. By the first thing, they said that every person receives equal treatment. We're going to come here on the next page then again to age 18 and age 16 with alcohol consumption. So there's already a difference. So can I take now the text here completely as it's written here, or are there exceptions? I think we can take it for the test and for the normal life. If someone looks for exceptions, we can then maybe use, maybe search. I heard that maybe there is something with weapons for sport or something like that, if it's registered, if it's licensed, something like that. I don't know it. I don't want to say these things, that there are maybe some things which some weapons maybe under sport registered and so on, maybe are possible, if it is not. But I don't want to say that any weapons of any kind are always forbidden, if there are exceptions. So what am I going to do now? I think the best thing is to actually take it so as it is for the test and see it as the absolute standard. And maybe someone can then look into the details if there are different laws, exemptions, but we take that is the standard, that is what it is. So we take it that is the standard, that is what is, that any weapons are forbidden. So it is a criminal offense to carry a weapon of any kind, even if it is just for self-defense. So any carrying of any weapon is forbidden. For example, a gun or a knife or anything that is made or adapted to cause injury. So everything that is made or adapted, that is made to cause injury. Now the question would be, what is this? I don't really want to talk now about the laws for the test here. But what is carrying a stick? A stick just for walking is not made to cause injury, but you can cause injury with it. So the question is a stick a weapon? To carry a weapon of any kind. I think people have sticks, but these sticks can't be made to cause injury, so you cannot make it sharp or something like that. But I don't want to go into these details. Let's take it as it here as the big standard, which is to live after. Then maybe people can search on. So any weapon of any kind, also for self-defense, are forbidden. And anything which is adapted. So if you have an idea how to build a weapon, no matter what, it is forbidden. So carrying of any weapon is forbidden. Also for self-defense. It's made to adapt to cause injury. Maybe that is the clue. To cause injury. I don't really want to... No, but it's an important thing. There has to be something about some defense things which do not cause injuries. We take it as it is, and everyone who wants to carry something for defense, a pepper spray or something, we take it as it is forbidden, but look it up, something like that. But I want to have it more in detail. It cannot be with... Yes, I don't know. So everything is forbidden. Any gun, any knife, and everything adapted to cause injury. So basically every carrying of weapon is forbidden. Drugs. Selling or buying drugs such as heroin, cocaine, ecstasy, and cannabis is illegal in the United Kingdom. So to sell drugs and also to sell drugs and also to buy drugs is illegal. You are not allowed to buy drugs, for example. And they may know heroin, cocaine, ecstasy, and cannabis. We had it with Alexander Fleming. They're medical drugs. They're also not all allowed, as far as I know. But we are talking now about drugs like heroin, cocaine, ecstasy, and cannabis. That's a little problem. In a way, almost all of what is written here is known. Almost everyone knows that. Especially people who are living since years in the United Kingdom. Now, if it is written here, and we should learn that kind of makes the assumption that we are coming from a position knowing nothing about it. And now we want to know a bit more. It's a bit complicated. Either we're knowing all these things already, then it is okay to having it this broad, but that is written as if you would know nothing about it. Everyone knows these things. So it is assumed that we are people who know nothing about this. And then it's not detailed enough. So drugs, it is forbidden to buy or sell drugs like heroin or cocaine or ecstasy or cannabis and other things. It is a criminal offense if someone does it. So carrying a weapon is forbidden, and also selling drugs. And we will continue here in the next part. Now we're going to do morning stretching. If you participate in the morning stretching, that is it here like this. We're doing for 1 short seconds. We come back, up, in front, and down, and again back, up, and front, and the last round, back, up, and front, and down, and now backwards, in front, up, back, and down. And now the next one, we're breathing in and lifting the shoulders up, and we're breathing out and we're letting them fall down. And breathe again in and lift the arms up. Out and let them fall down. And again, in and lift the arms up. And out and let my foot down. And again, in and lift the arms up. And out and let my foot down. And one last round. And lift your shoulders up. And out and down. I think there was at one place written something to arrowing as sport. No, bow and arrow are weapons, clearly. So where's the law? Where are the more detailed laws? That's it. So we got just taking it. Arrows and bows are forbidden to carry, are forbidden. Now if you want to do arrowing, you then have to look in all these different laws. When is it allowed to carry it? Who is allowed to have it? Or are they just there in the club and you are not allowed to carry them on the street? So there can be then many different laws to that. We're just taking it. It is forbidden to carry an arrow and a bow and an arrow. And the next exercise, we are doing the upper back up. We are breathing in, lifting the arms up. Now we're reaching high and we're pretending to take an apple. And to turn it a bit around. And that way then to harvest the apples. A few more. And the last two. And now we shift up. We're breathing in, having the arms out to a T and the legs wide apart. We're breathing in. And out, we're shifting over. Just with the upper part of the body. Breathe again in into the middle. And out to the other side. Again in into the middle. And out over to the other side. And again in into the middle. And out to the other side. In the last round, breathe in. And out over to one side. Breathe in into the middle. Out over to the other side. Breathe again in into the middle. And out, we're leaning onto our knees. We're doing the buffalo fighting its hangover. We're breathing in. And out, we're bringing one shoulder in front. And again in. And out the other shoulder in front. Again in and shoulder back. And out one shoulder in front. Again in and shoulder back. And out one shoulder in front. Breathe again in, one last time. One shoulder in front. Again in the shoulder back. And out to the last shoulder. In. And out, and we're hanging down. And breathe again in. Out over to one leg. Breathe again in. Out over to the other leg. And again in. And out into the middle. Breathe again in. And out, we're coming slowly up with a round back, making it top of the backwards shoulder. Let's look if we can do a column pose. For those who are pointing the outside, we're having an overlap space between the heels, breathing in and lifting the arms up. And out, and we're sinking down and placing the elbows against the inside of the garden pose. Against the inside of the knees. And we're breathing in, we're straightening up the back. And out, we're coming back up. And again in. And out and back into the garden pose. Breathe again in. Straight up the back. And out the last time into the garden. No. Up at the back. Again in. And out. Garden pose. Breathing in. And out. We're coming slowly up one straight line. Now we're closing exercise. One breathing in. And out. And in. And out. And the last one in. Out. Now breathe in and cross the legs. Out. That was morning stretching. I thank you very much, and until the next time.